Released on August 1st, 2012 by Odd Future Records, No Idols was a mixtape rapped over by Domo Genesis and produced by The Alchemist. If you're a casual on the hip-hop scene, you might not know of either of these two, but honestly, you should. Domo emerged from the early 2010s group Odd Future, alongside other popular artists such as Frank Ocean, Earl Sweatshirt, and most well-known Tyler, the Creator. These larger names started gaining popularity with their projects Doris, Wolf, and Channel Orange, but No Idols predates any of these. The upsetting part of this was that because No Idols was a mixtape rather than a studio album, Domo didn't receive the same fame as his peers. It wasn't until 2023, more than a decade later, that No Idols was released on Spotify, making not too many people know about this project. His mixtape wasn't short of features either, seeing big names like Tyler the Creator, Earl Sweatshirt, Freddie Gibbs, Action Bronson, Vince Staples, and more. However, the biggest name besides Domo to touch this project was The Alchemist. More modernly, people might know Al from producing projects like Kendrick Lamar's Meet the Grams amidst his beef with Drake, and numerous other projects with hip-hop group Griselda or Earl Sweatshirt's War d'Air, or even both Alfredo 1 and 2 with Freddie Gibbs. With this modern collection of album production in his pocket, it's fascinating to see Al's earlier projects that hit just as hard. Al's production can be heard on every song, however, the most bold Al gets is on the starting track Prophecy, as Domo raps about his own personal life and how everyone determines their own prophecy in a demanding yet optimistic tone. The Alchemist lays down this beautiful arrangement of strings and piano keys to help set the serious mood. Starting the album here, it's clear that Al lays down a beat sent from the heavens, as Domo slides on it so easily. Then when the intro is over, we're left listening to Fuck Everybody Else, in which, as the title suggests, Domo raps about himself being at the top, putting himself first before anyone, going as far as committing violent acts against others who even try to get close to him. However, this mentality leads to what comes next in the next track, All Alone, as Domo literally starts the song off with, I ain't got no fucking friends. Domo continues to believe that he's the best and loves doing what he does, but leads more into the social mentality aspect where he still feels alone, claiming that Odd Future is all he has. Now, I won't be covering every single song on this album, as that would take a while, and I encourage you to listen to it yourself and tell me what you think. I personally love Domo's flow and lyrical genius that he brings to the table alongside The Alchemist. There's producer and rapper duos that everyone thinks about in the game, like Madlib, MF Doom, or Dr. Dre and Eminem, or even Metro Boomin and Future. But Domo Genesis and The Alchemist are disgustingly overlooked in my opinion, and a modern day album comeback of these two would be truly generational. Other songs that I do love the beat of are Power Ballad, The Feeling, and Elimination Chamber, of which has a crazy lineup of features. These songs are once again packed with Domo spewing some well thought and put together bars of how nobody can put him down, a second to none type feeling. However, this can't be a review of No Idols without mentioning the title track that's second to last on cue, No Idols. This song features Tyler, the Creator, of which I'll admit I'm not the biggest fan of Tyler's older features. He adds a decent zany touch on this track. With his explosive intro, Tyler does a creative and no short of unique verse as he raps almost a whole line, pauses, then says the last word in a monotone voice. Domo then spits a short yet powerful verse as is cut off by a short outro by Tyler as he sets Domo up for probably my favorite verse on this entire album. Domo once again rapped as an egomaniac, as he does ever so well. He rhymes senile with freestyle, then ends the rhyme scheme with, I like to hit the Dougie while she's sucking on my penile. The verse goes on not missing a hit, and I highly recommend that if you're not going to listen to the whole album, at least try to make some time and listen to this song. All in all, if I could describe this album, it would be a refreshing taste of ego-filled flow. Both Domo Genesis and The Alchemist came, saw, and conquered with this project, and it's quite upsetting that it's overlooked by most. I have Domo in my top 5 rappers, and this album definitely contributed to that fact. But what do you guys think? Do you already know about this album? Any interesting facts that I might have missed? Or leave a comment of what your favorite projects are by Domo or Al. This is my first project like this, and I hope you guys all enjoyed and maybe learned a thing or two. Of course, leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next time. Peace!